I'm on my way to Drift Limits, which is located just west of Hemel Hempstead, England, northwest of London, just outside the M25 at Bovingdon airfield. Drift Limits do various driving experiences. They have many different supercars you can try out on their airfield, but they also do drift experiences. They have their own little drift circuit. It comes in different levels, bronze, silver and gold, and essentially the higher the level, the more time you get on their drift circuit. I've got 40 laps with my gold level experience, and I've chosen to do it in a Mazda MX5 with a welded diff. I assume they pump up the tyres really hard as well to make it easier to go sideways, but I'm not quite sure what other modifications they do. I could do it in a Nissan 350Z, and I'm slightly tempted to. I may upgrade to that when I get there. It's a little bit more money, but I have a theory that trying to learn how to drift in a lower powered car is better than doing it in a higher powered car. I may be wrong, but we'll see. I can always come back and do it in the 350Z on a different day. I have some experience getting a car sideways and holding it sideways for short periods of time, but I'm hoping that this experience is going to give me a lot more skill at holding a skid for a lot longer than, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds. We'll see. I'm on my way. I've got an hour and 2 minutes left to get there, and I'll join you again once I'm there. Well, the weather certainly seems to be on my side. The wet should make things a little bit easier, but it does mean I'm going to get wet. I've just got here and I've just seen an MX5 go very sideways for a very long time on the circuit, because you have to drive past the circuit to get to the car park. The temperature has gone from 7 degrees to 2 degrees on the way here, which is going to make it even more slippery, and it's just started snowing. I went outside and there's little white snowflakes in the air. It's not heavy, I don't think it's going to settle, but it is cold and it is wet.
All right, mate, well, yeah, when you're ready, actually, no, we'll wait for this other car to come past, and then, yeah, just up in a second gear and just have a feel for the circuit these first few laps. Obviously, it's going to feel like ice.
There we go.
Yeah, this part here, pretty much where we're going over right now, it's like they've laid oil. Yeah. Nice one.
Oh shit.
Slippery, isn't it?
Yeah, that was something else. I've not been that slippery before. It's got a welded dip, hasn't it?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Crikey.
So if I can go a little bit wider here, because there's a bit more traction on the outside of the corner.
Now, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. There we are.
You're still off the gas. You really don't give much at all.
Over here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought you were giving a lot more than that.
It's funny, once the car gets to a certain, like a different angle at certain speed, it just carries through.
Right. So I need to do less gas, you reckon?
Yeah, just initiate it. Like now, gotta be really quick on your steering.
Really quick, yeah?
Yeah, because once the car goes sideways, because it's so slippery, you really need to catch the car on opposite lock.
Oh, limp mode. Turn it on and off again. Yeah, it's limp mode.
Yeah, mate.
But it's not giving me any power. That. Yeah, that's limping, isn't it? I've broken your car.
Alright, yeah, we'll try and limp it back and we'll grab another one.
Yeah, hear that?
Yeah.
It's missing, isn't it? Let's see how well this goes. Oh, this one feels better.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, it doesn't go sideways as easy.
A bit more aggressive.
Very different, very different. Much more grip.
It's be up and down, that's all it be. There we are.
I'm going to initiate now.
Really good.
Oh yes, come on. Keep it, keep power, 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 and transition, transition. Come on, come on, come on, come on, power, power, now. Come on. Oh no, I'm worried about them, don't want to hit them. Oh no. I can't see the line because of the sun. Don't know where the road is.
And turn right, that's it. Alright, speed down, nice and wide, a bit wider, and go down. Really good, really good. That's a transition. Alright, keep going, extend it, extend it, extend it, extend it. Transition, throw it in, gas. That's it. Off the gas, off the gas. Alright. Not bad, yeah. Nearly got it.
Getting there. That was a lot of fun. If knackering, 40 laps, by lap 20 I felt like my arms were going to fall off. I started off not doing very well, lots of spins, and I broke one of their cars. Well, when you say I broke it, it stopped working. Don't know if it was my fault or not, but I think driving it like that does tend to cause things to break. I think it was running on 2 cylinders. And I gradually improved. I started to get the skill of being able to keep it sideways, know when to give gas, know how much steering to do, and how to let it transition. The trouble is, as I was starting to get the skill, my arms were starting to be like, nope. I was really thirsty. I was also very hungry as well. It's quite exhausting. I think if I had a rest and went back out there again, I'd be better. Unfortunately, I've asked if I can pay for another go, but it's all fully booked. I highly recommend it though. It's a lot of fun. It's legal. It's safe. I don't think you need to do the 350Z. The MX5 is plenty good enough for learning how to drift on that circuit. In fact, I think the 350Z is a bit of a waste because I can't use much of the power in the MX5 anyway. It's just so slippery out there, and they do keep it wet. They have a big Bowser on the back of a truck that goes around and wets the circuit. Also, if you hit the puddle sideways with the window open, COVID, you've got to have the window open, you do get a little bit wet and the windscreen wipers don't work very well. There is a problem with the MX5 though. The indicators and the windscreen wipers are, well, all of about a finger width from the steering wheel. So when you are using the steering wheel quickly, you are likely to put your indicators on and turn the wipers on and off, as and when you don't really want to. For £40, I can get 8 laps on their circuit in a V8 Vantage, and the Aston Martin V8 Vantage has been one of my favourite cars for a very long time now. I've never driven one, and I kind of don't want to, and that's why I've never driven one, because I know they're not that great, or at least I hear they're not that great. I just really like how they look. They've been one of my favourites, well, since they were released in 2005, late 2005, I think the most beautiful modern car there is. So if there is space, and you said if I go there in half an hour there might be space, I'll hopefully be able to get 8 laps in that for £40, very reasonable, just to see what it's like. Brakes on these are staying nice and firm.
They're the standard brakes. I don't know if they're. I don't think they're carbon ceramic or anything.
Oh yeah, the steel's one with the pads.
Pads. I think they're.
They're not road.
I think it might be. Yeah.
Grid pads that firm.
They're good.
They are good. I love the sound of this engine. What? Maybe I need to get one of these.
Yeah, it's the 4.3.
And it handles, I was talking about, it's got a good front end.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's nice. That front end, that's like my MX5.
Yeah.
I can feel the mass. It's a lot more mass, obviously. It's nice.
Right.
Lovely steering. Feels a bit heavy at first.
Yeah.
I get used to it. That's where you want to go go sideways, but we're nearly done, are we?
Yeah, so this is the last lap on here.
What are people talking about? It's a fantastic car to drive. It's got a great front end. It generates more grip than I would ever expect a car of that mass to generate. And that engine, that 4.3 litre V8 with 380 brake horsepower, it rockets the car up the road as fast as I want an engine to rocket a car up the road. There are more powerful options available, but I wouldn't need that. The pedals, well laid out, beautifully weighted. Steering's a bit heavy, but I got used to that. Easy to rev match, and when you do, the sound, oh yes, that's a heavenly sound. Why have I been putting this off so long? It's the internet. I have listened to the internet. I've lusted after that car since I was 18, purely based on looks. Yet the internet said it wasn't very good, so it's kind of been one that I've liked the look of, but had to dismiss. But no, I can continue to lust after it. Don't listen to the internet. Make your own mind up. In fact, my friend told me it wasn't very good either. Don't listen to your friends either. Drive it and make your own decision. The trouble is, I can't have one. It's a car that I can continue to lust after without that gremlin that, oh yeah, but it's not very good. I think it's fantastic. I can't afford that car. 15 miles to the gallon and the bills it generates. I can't justify those kinds of bills. I think I'll be sticking to my Mazda MX5, although it's got a similar purchase price to that Aston Martin. You get a used one for between 30 and 40 grand now, I believe. But the bills, I don't think I could handle those. I highly recommend Drift Limits. There's loads to do here and at a reasonable price when you consider what you're getting. The staff are friendly too. This is not sponsored. I've paid full price for everything and they don't know I'm making the video. I will say one thing though. You can pay £35 for a media kit, and included in that, they will use a GoPro to film your in-car footage. The GoPro they were using for mine, well, it had a misted up lens. I noticed that quite early on and I ran to my car to get my own camera. So if you've got your own action cam, take it with you, although it will have to fit a GoPro mount because that's the mount they have in the car. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to get my future videos. And until the next one, cheerio.
Yeah, we've done this a few times. A little bit, yeah. So yeah, you can feel the grip on the dry line, and then when you tighten up.
Oh yeah. That's really impressive. Understeer. Absolute nonsense that these aren't. Well, yeah, very good. Excellent.